Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's 5 Links business presentation. It's my honor to introduce tonight a very special guest speaker, a gentleman that I hold in the highest regard. He's a family man, he's a terrific father, a great husband, and he's a very, very successful entrepreneur. A great business coach, a mentor to thousands of leaders, and he's also a very close personal friend. This gentleman loves to help people succeed in business. So I couldn't think of a better person tonight to take you through the information, because he knows 100% of the information, documented success. So it gives me a privilege tonight to introduce to you double platinum Senior Vice President, Mr. Steve Carter.
Hey, I appreciate that, Jason. And listen, I'm excited about tonight's webcast. We've already got over 1,100 people logged in. And I know that all of this is possible because of yourself as well as the other 2 co-founders. And what I've always said, Jason, is that what I love more than anything is that we can be in business with people that we can honestly call friends. You and I have been friends for the last 7 years now, but I've got a tremendous amount of respect for your vision in regards to where this company is going. When I sat down in 2007 to look at this company and considered coming on board, getting a chance to meet you gentlemen and really seeing who you were, your character, and where you were taking this, it was a no-brainer for myself and my wife to get started. So I appreciate you, Jason, and I love when we get a chance to share this opportunity with thousands of people that are listening. So I just want to say to you that you've done a great job as a co-founder, and this is just the beginning, man. And this is a new face on 5 Links. So I appreciate that introduction, Jason. So for all of you that are on the line, welcome to this evening's webcast. This is an exciting time in our company right now. We've got some new enhancements that we could not be more excited about. And my objective and my responsibility tonight is to lay this information down clearly enough so that those of you that are listening under the sound of my voice for the first time, you'll understand why we are so excited about 5 Links and what it can do for you and your family. And speaking of that, I think it's important for you to understand. I've been in this industry now for the last 18 plus years, but it's been the last 7 that I aligned myself with this company, and I can tell you it superseded the first 11 years of me being in this industry. The last 7 have just been incredible. So those of you that may be looking at this opportunity for the first time, I can tell you honestly, you've hit a home run your first time up to bat. So with that, I'm going to dive right into this. I just want everyone to clearly understand that by the time we conclude this webcast, you will understand exactly who this company 5 Links is and what we have to offer to anybody that chooses to take advantage of it. And let me just give you a verbal and visual snapshot of that really quickly. All we simply are is a direct selling telecom, technology, energy, utility, and we've also tapped into the wellness business. So we market and sell all these products and services to people all over. Now here's what's unique, which is why this company is growing the way it's growing. It's because the company will allow any one of us, myself and any of you under the sound of my voice that decides to, you can become an independent representative. We will teach you how. You can go out and acquire customers to utilize the services and products that we have, and when they use these services, every single time those services are paid for, you get a commission. Now the beautiful thing is when you look at the types of services that we have and products, there are products and services that require someone to pay the bills every month. So what that does is it essentially creates a continuous cash flow and ongoing income for those of you that build a customer base. What's even more exciting is that you will probably not know 99% of the people that fall into your customer base that I will show you how to create. That is the way that myself and my wife and many other leaders on this line, that's the way we're making our money today. 99% of the people that every 30 days, they pay a bill, we make money every single month. So it's like each of you on this line are going to put yourselves in a position where you can make money the same way most of these telecom and utility and even product companies make their money. So with that, let's dive into this information. First and foremost, let's talk about where this company comes from. We've got 3 co-founders that came together collectively. They merged their talents, and the company started in 2001. So that means we're in our 13th year of operation right now. That means we're so far beyond the 2 years, let's pray to stay in business phase. We've got 60-plus years of combined experience between the president and CEO, Craig Jerebick, and the other 2 co-founders, Executive VP of Marketing and Executive VP of Sales, Jeff Tyler and Jason Gook, who, by the way, you just heard from. These individuals have done an incredible job of formulating this company, and because of the vision of these guys, as well as the collective efforts of all of us in the field, this company has been featured in the Inc. 500 and 5,000 for 9 consecutive years. And because of the growth, this company invested millions of dollars into a 50,000 square foot world headquarters in upstate New York to house the employees that pretty much work on our behalf. Now, one of the reasons that all of this is possible is because the company understands and recognizes that representatives must come first. Now, how that becomes a benefit to you is they understand that, listen, if you're making money, you're excited. If you're excited, you're going to stick around. If you stick around, you'll continue to build your business, and if you do that, you'll continue to grow your income. Now, I think it's important anytime anybody is considering getting involved in a business, you need to establish the reason why. What is your reason for wanting or needing to do something like this? Becoming your own boss, or becoming free, or becoming debt-free, or putting aside a children's college fund. Whatever it may be, establish that reason so that when you run into what I like to call the inevitable hurdles that will face you in business, you already know why you must continue to keep going. Now, the other thing that I think is very important is for you to understand the industry that we're in. Now, 5 Links is a company that's positioned itself into one of the biggest industries in the world, because when you compare this to other well-known industries like the sports arena, the movie business, as well as the music business, you look at those industries, which are huge industries, $10 billion in the NFL, $11 billion for movies, and $17 billion for music. Well, look at that, combined of about 30-plus billion, but look at our industry, $178 billion worldwide, which means you have the ability to make money across the globe in this business. So this is a powerful thing to understand who we are and what type of industry we're in, but it's also important for you to understand why we're able to generate that kind of money. How did we become a $160 or $178 billion industry? It's because of the model that we have, which really parallels corporate America. And what I mean by parallels is we all know that structure. You've got the CEO at the top. You've got the president, probably a couple vice presidents and some directors and upper-level management, mid-level management, lower management, on down to the blue-collar workers. But the difference between corporate America and what we have is notice where you start in this business. You start at the top. So we've really essentially inverted that pyramid to where you become the CEO of whatever it is you're going to build in this business. And you can clearly see that there's not a limit to how deep or large or big your organization can grow. Unlike corporate America, where there's only a limited amount of spots for people to fill. In our business, you can fill as many spots as you can create. And that's what's exciting about this. Now, the other thing to consider is the timing and positioning, because we've all witnessed wealth trends over the years. Now, from the mid-'80s to the 2010s, we're talking back to the PC industry all the way up to current with voice over IP and video apps. But all of this is what we call a trend in wealth. Now, what you need to realize is that there are some trends right now that are thriving, like the energy market, mobile marketing, healthcare, wellness. Here's what's exciting, family, is that 5 Links has positioned itself to get involved in all of the above. All the ones that are prevalent right now, we've tapped into. For example, we've created 3 divisions in this company. So I want you to imagine this. We sell things that fall into our home division. That just simply represents products and services that are sold and used in people's homes. Of course, one of the biggest is the energy market. $500 billion. We know that everybody has gas and electricity in their home. So we've tapped into those industries to where now you can literally make money when somebody turns on a light. You can literally make money now with this company when somebody cooks on their gas stove. And then additional products that we all have in our homes and we all use and we all pay for happen to be things like your home security, your home alarm system, your home phone, internet, cable TV, fire video. Then you've got your mobile phone. You've got satellite TV. We've got a product called ID Guard, which is an identity theft protection product. So all of this represents the home division. Now, the second out of the three divisions that we have is the commercial division. This is for the businesses. Now, here's what we mean. Whether it's small, medium, or large businesses, we've got products and services that you can sell and market to businesses. The most popular is something called mobile marketing. It's a $48 billion industry, but what it does is it allows the business owner to communicate and correspond with his or her customers or his or her employees, whatever their base, their network base is, they can communicate real time via text. Imagine a restaurant owner being able to let the customers that aren't in the establishment at that time, let them know that there's a special being run, there's a discount being run, and instantaneously send a text out and allow that customer to get it on their cell phone. This is revolutionizing the way business owners communicate with their customers or their employees. Then we've got additional products, commercial energy, we've got healthcare, commercial satellite, we've got merchant processing, which is payment solution, business security. We've got all these things that businesses will see a value in. You can sell to these businesses, whether they're small, medium, or large. And then the most exciting of the three, because I can honestly and humbly tell you that myself and my wife and many of the other top leaders in this company, we've been blessed to have earned millions of dollars primarily on services. So we've recently, as a company, tapped into the wellness space. So as of this past January, this year, we tapped into the wellness space. So we've got a host of products in the wellness space that the margins and revenue is so much larger that some of you are literally going to be in a position, and I'm excited about it because I'm excited to be on the ground floor of this as well. But being in a position where you can earn anywhere from 3 upwards to 10 times the amount of money that we've earned in the services space. So this is exciting. And now when we're specifying what type of products and services, products we have in the wellness space, we started with a healthy coffee called Montevita. Now, I'm no doctor, I'm no scientist, but I know one thing, the coffee tastes delicious. But not only that, it's got some health benefits associated with it. It can contribute to weight loss, appetite suppression, absorption of essential nutrients. Now, again, we all know that protein and fiber and minerals, all of these things are good things to have in the body, powerful antioxidants and things of that nature. So then in addition to the coffee, we've launched some other products. We've got these melts that go on your tongue that have tremendous health benefits, health advantages, and they're called High Five Boost, High Five Edge, and then we've got another one called High Five Lean, which is a meal replacement shake for those that are conscious of working out and having those 5 or 6 small meals a day. This can actually end up replacing a meal that you would normally go to a restaurant or have to cook yourself. It's got all the nutrients and everything in that. But when it comes to one of our products in this High Five, the suite of products, what we're excited about is an ingredient called Niagen. Now, let me tell you, folks, our company, 5 Links, we sealed a $62 million deal with a company called Chromadex. We've got an exclusive for the next several years with this company where we're marketing the products that have this ingredient called Niagen. And if you just look at some of the bullet points at the bottom, it has anti-aging, which really is going to reverse the deterioration of brain cells and things of that nature. Weight management, endurance, cognitive function, cardiovascular health, all the things that are important to living longer. We've got that ingredient in the products that we have. So there's a health benefit. So now that you understand conceptually who 5 Links is, You understand the products that we have. You understand the services that we sell. You understand the health benefits of the products that we have. Let's talk about compensation, because this is the key to everybody being on this line tonight. There are essentially two things to think about when it comes to being compensated. You want to become completely leveraged on time and efforts of other people, and you want to earn something called residual income. And let me tell you, folks, once you start earning residual, which happens to be the opposite of linear income, because we've all been taught linear, even as young adults, and that's to go out here and exchange hours for dollars, trade time for money. As long as you're working, you're getting paid, but when you stop working, they stop paying. Residual does not work that way. If you've done the work properly, you continue to get paid. So let me talk about how we've incorporated both of these concepts of compensation into this 5 links pay. Now, let's talk about this. The first order of business is we want to teach you how to start building a team. Now, of course, you're going to start with yourself. When you first get into this business, I like to say you are an army of one. But you're looking for other people that see an opportunity for themselves and they want to get started and build their own business. So you recruit someone into this business if they like what they see. They come in, they get started, they get their minimum customer points that we'll teach them how to do. You've got a $50 bonus being paid to you just because you got your first business partner in. Now, $50 is not bad. However, if we can teach you how to get your second business partner and also teach you how to get your first 15 customer points, and let me add, when I'm referring to customer points, this is not having to talk to 15 different people and sign them up. We're talking 15 different customers. So guess who should be your first, your best, and your most loyal customer? That should be the person that you look at in the mirror every day. You can end up probably getting 10 or 15 customers out of your own home because each of our services counts as a minimum, services and products, a minimum of 1 customer. So you get on several products and services that we market, you can end up having around 10 or 15 yourself. Then you get your 2 partners in, look what happens. You earn a $1,200 bonus. Now you qualify for this bonus, which is going to be paid over a 12-month period. So now you're in a position where you can start to know what it feels like, if you haven't already experienced this yet, to where every single month, right in the middle of the month, you know you've got a check coming, a commission check. That's how we've been getting paid for years. That residual check shows up every single month because of things we've already accomplished. So when you can accomplish that position called executive trainer, which is your first 2 business partners, help them get their customers, you got your 15 customer points, you've qualified for a $1,200 bonus. So now, here's what happens, is that if you look at the fact that you've already earned 50 and you just qualified for $1,200, you know that you've locked in $1,250 that you'll be paid a total of over a year's time, and that is solid. Now, here's the beautiful thing, is all you got to do is maintain that position. You don't have to go do anything else in order to lock in that $1,200 to come in every single month, that $100 every month. But here's the beautiful thing, is that there are other ways that you make money, because as you build your team, you're going to start to build an organization where everyone is going out and getting their customers, they're getting their business partners, and commissions are being paid off that customer base and rolling up and being paid to you as well. So I want to break down an example of this. Let's say you build a team of 20. Now, you've already built a team of 2, so let's say you build a team of 20. And you may have recruited a few of them, and then they recruited some who recruited some. You got 20 people in your group. We teach everybody, set a goal for getting at least 20 customer points. But now, if you were simply earning an average of 50 cents on those customers, which, by the way, that would be 400 customers. Well, guess what? If you're earning 50 cents a month, you're earning $200 a month just on that production. But I always like to say that if you can earn $200 a month with 20 people being in your group, why in the heck would you stop at 20? What if instead of stopping at 20, you continue to build? And you build an organization of, let's say, 200 people. And those 200 people duplicate your efforts, and they get their 20 customers, you're still earning your 50 cents. Well, that's $2,000. But look what happens if you build a bigger organization. Let's say you see the vision, and you say, you know what? I'm going to build an organization, and over time, I believe I can end up having a couple thousand people in my organization. Well, what if they're simply duplicating what we talked about in the very beginning. Get you 20 customers, and what if you're making about 50 cents on each of those? You guys can be in a position like many of us where this is a reality for us, and we're very humbled to say that, but every single month, imagine $20,000 hitting your bank account, $20,000 being directly deposited. So many of us have gone far beyond that, and it's a blessing to be in a position to where we're still being compensated on things that we did in the past, in the beginning stages of our business. Now, you might be saying, well, how do you get started in this? If you can earn all this money, it must be a lot to get started. Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, it's a very minimal amount to get started in the business. There are two positions to start. One is called customer rep. I don't really want to go into a whole lot with that because it's got some limitations. But the other one's called independent marketing representative. That's a one-time startup of $249. Now think about it. You've already qualified for $1,250 if you just hit the position of executive trainer, which is your two business partners, and everybody's got their minimal amount of customers. So you've gotten your money back just locked in over time just by hitting that position. But now at $249, I say, look, you got your ID, but let's look realistically at what else you need. You should be on some of these services yourself. I always like to say that if you can look at about $400, maybe $500, because the $249 will get you in the system, you're official, you got your ID, but you want to sign up on the services that you need and or want, which might cost you a couple $100 as well. So I'd say safely you can get started effectively for about $500 in this business. And that means you've got your startup cost and you've got enough to become your own customer on some of these services and or products. Now, here's the beautiful thing. Everyone's got to have customers in this business in order to get paid. That prevents us from being what some people think would be an illegal pyramid. Look, folks, we're a $150 million company with regulatory agencies that scrutinize everything that we're doing. So we don't pay a dime in this compensation plan if customers aren't being acquired. But while you're acquiring these customers, you can start making money as you build your team. So think about this. You can end up, you hit executive trainer as an example. We talked about getting your two business partners and getting their customers, and you qualify for $1,250. But what happens when you become an executive trainer? Let me talk about that. You can actually now, on an ongoing monthly basis, you can qualify for bonuses that can go up to $2,000 for that particular month's production, which really equates to about $100 per new representative that joins your team if you're an executive trainer. You can earn up to $100 every time somebody comes in. That'll pay a total of like $2,000 for that particular month. But then look at the next position above, executive director. That's what ED stands for. Look what it says. You can earn up to $8,000. That will equate to about $300 per person joining your team. What about the national director position above that? Up to $15,000 you can earn in a month. That equates to about $520 per person joining your team. You think some people are going to join your team when you're succeeding? Of course. And then you've got senior vice president, where you can see that you can earn up to $50,000 in bonus money in a given calendar month, which can equate to about $650 per person that joins your team. And folks, let me tell you right now, there are senior vice presidents in our company that are absolutely earning $50,000 in a month. So I'm telling you right now, this is available for anybody. Not to mention, when you become, notice that I did say when, not if. When you become a senior vice president, you also qualify some additional benefits. 5,000 shares of stock options. You qualify for a BMW payment. That'll pay up to $800 per month. I always teach my leaders, go find a Beamer that's $800 a month or less so that you can not have to pay anything. You can't beat free. Then you qualify for Global Links bonuses, an annual vacation, and an expense account. We've been blessed to have produced a lot of senior vice presidents within our team. But I teach every single one of them, and they'll tell you when they hit that position, I say, look, I congratulate them. I let them know you celebrate for about 30 seconds because I want you to immediately focus on the next position, because that next position is called Platinum Senior Vice President. And when you become a platinum senior vice president, the game changes. The first thing this incredible company is going to do is they're going to award you with a Bentley. That's for the book of business you brought the company. Just by you getting started and going to the top, you get a Bentley. Now, by the way, keep the BMW, but the company gives you a Bentley. They will allot up to $4,000 a month that the company pays. Now, I tell people all the time, because I was blessed to be the first one in the company to hit the Bentley, but I'm 10 times more proud of the fact that there are so many others that have done it now. And what I always talk about is the experience of driving a Bentley goes to a whole nother level when you've never received a car note. I've never gotten a car note. Matter of fact, that went to corporate. We got the keys and we got the car. And after several years of having the car, we got the title. So I want you to understand it's fully paid for. Once you have it for a certain amount of time, it becomes yours. Then in addition to that, you got platinum bonus pool where millions of dollars can be in the pot that are split amongst the platinums. You got 5,000 shares of additional stock options at platinum. You got the world vacation. We just recently got back from Athens, Greece. We went all through Greece all the way up to Istanbul, Turkey. And that's all expense paid on a cruise with all the other newly promoted platinums and top producing platinum senior vice presidents in the company. So it's an incredible experience. But guess what? As proud and humble and thankful as we are to become platinums, we're all shooting for this position called Diamond SVP. And at the date of this recording, there is not yet a Diamond SVP in this company. Now notice I say yet because it's coming. And I can tell you right now, when you make your mind up to do it, it will happen. And we're looking for anybody that gets as excited as I am about going diamond, because it doesn't matter where you are now. You can be a guest on this line. But when you see what we saw, the same way we saw it, we just decided to get in, you've got that same opportunity. There's a $300,000 bonus for hitting the position, followed by a $10,000 a month lifestyle bonus after the first year. And that's just ongoing, in addition to what you've been earning as a platinum in the first, as a diamond in the first place. So this is exciting, guys, and I want you to really understand that all of this would not amount to anything if you don't learn how to do it. So you know we've got to keep things simple so that the masses can understand it. So we've got opportunities where people can plug in. Each of you listening can plug in and learn this business. We've got local training, regional training, international training, and then we've also got personal websites with all the documentation and resources that you need. We've got 5 Links University that has trainings, live video trainings of leaders that have taught that particular subject. How do you become good at getting customers? How do you become good at recruiting? How do you talk to your family? How do you get this particular type of customer? What's leadership about? What are the characteristics and traits of leadership? All of these things are in the back, not just from people that know this stuff, but people that teach this stuff. And they teach it because they've done it. And they've done it, which means they've accomplished the level of success that they're wanting you to accomplish. See, I believe in the very simple philosophy that if we can do a thing, we can teach a thing. So I'm encouraging all of you to do, if this is your first time on this webcast and your first time getting a visual and verbal snapshot of this incredible company called 5 Links, you need to get back to the person that invited you onto this call. Let them know that you see an opportunity for yourself. Make that decision. We'll help you get started in the business. We'll help you go from the very beginning all the way to the top. We'll walk you through step by step so that you understand exactly how to get this done. Now, I can tell you this, in closing, I've done this presentation thousands of times all over the globe. And anytime we get to this part, 3 types of people happen to be looking at this. One person says, you know what, we could have stopped 15 minutes ago, I'm in. To them, I say, congratulations, welcome to the family. Second person says, you know, I've got some questions. I say, look, do all your due diligence. We want you to be excited not only about what we do, but who you're in business with and feeling comfortable about all of that. And then you've got, unfortunately, the third person that says, you know, this isn't for me. Now, believe it or not, we do come across people that say, this isn't for me. I personally don't understand how anyone could say that they're not interested in making money when thousands of people that they've never met are paying a bill that they're already accustomed to paying, and every single month on an unlimited amount of people, when those bills are paid, money comes into my account. I don't know anybody that would consciously say they're not interested in that, but I do know that they look at reasons like, I didn't understand it, or I don't believe it, or I don't have time, or guess what, I don't have any money to get in. And I can tell you, those are not reasons to stop you. Don't ever let the reasons to do it become your excuse not to. Because right now, if you didn't understand it, don't worry about that. That just lets you know that there's some things going on out here that you can generate income that you need to be made aware of. Second person that says, oh, I don't believe it. My friends, cousins, sisters, uncles, neighbor did that and didn't make any money. Well, look, don't listen to that person. Get with somebody like myself or any of the leaders that invited you onto this call and find out what we've done and get that information. And you've got the person that says, I don't know if I have the time to do it. And I've always said, most people are busy, but they're not fulfilling their financial goal. They're busy every single day, but they're not making ends meet. So if you're busy but not financially being compensated the way you want, this can get you your time back. I've not touched a clock since 1998, which is over 16 years ago. And like my wife says, I am unemployable and mentally unfit to punch a clock at this point because of what I've learned and what I've taught you tonight. And the last most prevalent reason is people say, well, I don't have any money, Mr. Carter. I don't have the 249 or, as you stated, Mr. Carter, the 500 that I would need to effectively get started. And I just say to you, because that was my exact position financially when I first looked at this industry, that I did not have the money to get in. And I said to myself, how long have I had this issue, and what am I willing to do to fix it? So if you don't have the money right now, respectfully recognize that as an emergency already existing. Nothing to be ashamed about. However, you now have an opportunity to fix it, and you've got a solid way of fixing it, and you've got people that are willing to mentor and teach and train you on how to do just that. So get back to the person that invited you onto this call. I want to thank co-founder Mr. Jason Gook for bringing me on and asking me to do this. I hope everyone got a lot of information tonight. I'm excited about the new face of 5 Links. This is the very beginning, and even with almost 20 years in this industry, today I'm more excited than I've ever been, and that's because of what we just shared with all of you tonight. So God bless each and every one of you. This will be recorded so that you can also use this to share this incredible information with people that you know. Take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. God bless you. Steve Carter, Double Platinum Senior Vice President, signing off.